Guys, welcome back. Okay, so this video is just going to be me doing like a little roundup of the palettes that I've used recently. It's very hard for me to do a ranking because unless I just absolutely hate a palette or it has like a trash color story or something like that, it's just hard for me to rank palettes, because if I like the color story and they work well, it's a good palette. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go in order of palettes that I had the least enjoyable experience with to the ones that I kind of really like. So let's just go ahead and get started. This first one here is the Relentless eyeshadow palette from Playing in Makeup by Yolando. As you can see, it is a very large palette. I've had this palette for quite a while. It is a very colorful palette, and it actually has some really pretty multi-chromes. These shadows over here are multi-chromes, and as you can see, it's one of my extremely colorful eyeshadow palettes. So I have a lot of range, a lot of capabilities of looks with this palette, colorful ones, you know, but there's some neutral shades in here as well. So this is actually the palette I used for this eye look today. So for me, starting out with this palette, just as my least enjoyed palette that I used, it's a really good palette. It's a great palette. As you can see, it is nicely pigmented. The shadows, I would say, it's nothing wrong with these shadows. I've just had more enjoyable experiences using colorful shadows, like with my Beauty Bay palettes, or even some of my other Playing in Makeup by Yolando palettes. I have another palette in here that I absolutely loved when I used it. So this one, although it worked out just fine, I haven't done an eye look like this in quite a while, you know, just a really colorful, bold rainbow type cut crease. And I would just say that using this palette, and it could have been technique as well, because it's been so long since I've done one. I went down, you know, with a white base on my cut crease, and then I kind of set it with this light shadow here, because I wasn't really sure if I was going to go in with color on my lid as well. And then when I did, and I put color on top of that, you know, it just took me a little time to build it up. But as you can see, these colors are very vibrant, very bold, very beautiful. So anyway, I didn't even use any of the multi-chromes. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I don't want to take too long with this video, because I am supposed to be going to the movies in about an hour. So, but yeah, these are the gorgeous shimmers in here. So anywho, beautiful palette. Had a good time using it, but I think for my next super colorful eye look, I'll probably pull maybe one of my Beauty Bay palettes or one of my Carnival palettes from Be Perfect, one of those, or even one of my Blend Bunny palettes, you know, just ones where I know they're easier to work with. Next, I have here my ColourPop New Moon, the Twilight New Moon palette. This is the second one that they came out with, the more warm, earthy tones. Oh, I love this color story. I really do. I had a good time using this palette as well. I did do a video playing with this whole collection from ColourPop, so if you're interested in that video, definitely check it out. But this palette, I really like the color story. I love the warmth of it. The shadows performed perfectly fine. Not anything super exciting with this palette, but I really did enjoy using it. So I would say that was a good buy. Now, this is the other Playing in Makeup by Yolando palette that I was mentioning earlier. She has some amazing shadows. This is one of the little 5-pan palettes that I have from her. I have her whole collection of these palettes, and I love them. I love playing with them. They're so easy to use, monochromatic, just gorgeous. This one is called Royalty, and this is what this one looks like. Really pretty. Now, when I used this palette, I did add one of my specialty shades from my Pat McGrath Utopian Dream. I believe that's the name of the palette. I don't know. but it's a utopian one that I did tap on the lid just to add that pretty pop and sparkle to that eye look. But using this palette, very easy, very gorgeous, very beautiful. It has this one shimmer in here that's pretty as well, but I did add a little pizzazz, a little bing bop, boom bop, boom bop, bam, if you will. Now these next two palettes I did use together. I love my Beauty Bay palette, so I did use the Rich along with the berries, and I actually used it to create a Valentine's Day look. I wanted a really, really bold, pretty cut crease look. So this is the Rich palette. This is the berries. Great, you know, palettes to combine together or use separately, either way. Like I said, I love Beauty Bay shadows. They're just super pigmented, easy to work with, easy to blend, and they create gorgeous eye looks. If you like color, the Beauty Bay palettes are for you. They have the, well, you know, that's the thing. Like, they come out with palettes and then they go away. And, you know, if they don't bring them back, honey, they're gone. You never see them again. So because they're so affordable, it's great to kind of jump on them if you want them when they come out, because they are really affordable. They sell out fast and sometimes they don't come back. But I know there are some base palettes that they have that you can still pick up. I'm just not sure which ones they are, but those two, beautiful. Okay, now this next palette, I want to play with this palette more, so bad. I only played with it one time and I really want to dive back into it, but you guys know I have so many palettes, it's so hard to do. But this is the new Natasha Denona Bloom palette. I absolutely love this color story. I do. It doesn't look like much if you don't like corals, you know, and just really gorgeous, warm, earthy shades. You might not understand, but I love this color story. I've always loved warm, corally palettes and eyeshadow stories, color stories and eyeshadow palettes. I really love it. And I feel like I can really do something. Even though it'll be monochromatic, I feel like it'll be a really pretty, gorgeous, bold eyeshadow look that I can do with this. You know, like kind of like a cut crease like this, but it would just be focused on these shades. So look out for that, because I'm gonna do it. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. Next, I have this Give Me Glow Juicy Blueberry. I did use this palette in a video as well. I picked it up during one of their sales. It's not a new palette. It's been out for a while. I just never grabbed it because I wasn't really feeling like the plastic packaging, you know, for this. But when it went on sale and I was like, oh, that's a pretty color story, I'm so glad I did, because I actually really love the eye look I created with this. I feel like it's really pretty. It definitely gave blueberry, and I can definitely create more looks with this palette. It has this beautiful, you know, warm orangey shade, yellow, of course, this beautiful burgundy in here, cool tones. So it's definitely a palette where I can create a lot more looks using this palette, not just the blueberry look that I did. So glad to have that in my collection. Now these next two palettes are from Nomad. They came out with these two palettes. This one is the Chamonix Après Ski. I believe that's how you pronounce it, child. I always mess it up. But when they came out with this, I believe this was the first Nomad palette for this year, their first release this year, if I'm remembering correctly. And I love this color story. I love that it's basically like three separate palettes to me. Monochromatic, you have the pinky purples, you have the teals, you have the beautiful blues and the cool tone purple up there. I love this color story. I do. I think it's so fun. I think it's perfect for spring. So if you have this palette, definitely take it out right about now to play around with it. But yeah, I had fun with this, and this is one of those palettes where I'm like, I really want to create, you know, more looks with it. I just only have two eyes. I only have two eyes, so it's hard to do. This next palette from Nomad, this they just came out with. This is the Fairy Tale Europe. And I love this palette even more than the Chamonix Après-Ski palette. This one is like, they kind of give the same feels, you know, with the packaging. If you look at it, they both have the pretty pastel shades, but I feel like with this one, the fairy tale one, they really just embodied the whole feeling of the fairy tale theme, right? With the beautiful pastels, the shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. And this one, they decided, you know, to go with the neutrals. So it kind of gives you like a different vibe, a different feel, different options with creating eye looks, you know, like this one that I have on, super bold, colorful mattes, colorful shimmers. But this one you can do, you know, pretty mattes, neutral mattes in the crease, and then you could do the beautiful shimmers. So yeah, I really love this palette. I want to play with this one some more too, because these shimmers, the shimmers are just absolutely gorgeous. So the palette in general is beautiful, but I feel like it's the shimmers that really create the whole fairy tale princess vibe in that palette. Now this palette, I love this palette. Every time I use this Juvia's Place Culture 2, this is the 2, right? Yeah, the Culture 2. It's like, it just creates the most beautiful looks. And most times I'm drawn to the greens in this palette. For some reason, these greens get me every time. But yeah, I really have enjoyed playing around with this palette. As you can see, it's very colorful. Lots of different options in here. Lots of options. You got your blues, I love these beautiful like burgundy tones in here. But like I said, my favorite is the green side over here. But this blue, don't get it twisted, honey. This blue, oh, the blue is so gorgeous. So yeah, I love this palette. Juvia's Place, if they still are selling this, I know they put their palettes on like super sale all the time, super sale. So I would say this is a great palette to have in your collection if you don't have it. It's beautiful. Lots of options if you love color, and the quality is top tier. This next palette from Unearthly, Just a Taste, right? I believe they came out with this around, did they come out with this around Valentine's Day? I don't know, child. My wheels been spinning. I've been sick. I've been on vacation. I've been on hiatus. So I don't know. But this color story, okay, I would say this one, I only have one more palette, you guys. So this one is very high up on the list. And I'm not one who is real big on red eyeshadow and stuff like that, but I love the color story in this palette. They put the red eyeshadows right where they needed to be. You have your beautiful grungy shades, your purples, your deep muddy shades, your beautiful grungy greens in here. The shimmers are just like, I don't even know if, let me see if I can get this to darken up a little bit so you can see it better. But yeah, it's like, if you like deep, dark, grungy type eyeshadows, this is a really pretty color story. I love it. You guys know I love to really go deep into color, and this is just, it's so pretty to me. The formula, I love the formula of the mattes. The shimmers, it's like no need to even say anything because the shimmers are amazing, but the mattes are really nice, beautifully pigmented, easy to blend. You know, that's like really what, because it's like nowadays, you know, a lot of these indie brands, they have amazing shimmers, just period, point blank. But when there's a really pretty deep grungy matte shade that blends beautifully with the other mattes in the palette, that's what I love about a lot of these indie brands. Okay, now this is my last palette, and I have to say, if you hear any noise, I think that's my husband outside moving his trailer. I must say, this palette has been like my favorite. It is such a joy. I love this color story. It's beautiful. I think they perfectly embodied just the whole lovers, I don't know. It's like I don't even know how to put it in words. It's so gorgeous. Like these pinky purples up here. These beautiful neutrals. It's like there's neutrals, but then there's neutrals. And these are just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful blue, kind of like blue green tones in here. You know, it's just, I love it. I love the earthiness. I love the beautiful, soft, just romantical blues. It's just, I love this color story. Okay, I love this color story. It's so pretty. So this is one that I definitely am just keeping on my desk, because it's like whenever I want to just reach for it and create a look, you know, there's so many options, and it just makes me happy just looking at it, right? So whenever I have palettes like this, they tend to stay close by for a while. So this is definitely my absolute favorite, I would have to say, out of the palettes that I have used. I love this. I'm so glad I have it. It's called The Lovers, and this is from Cosmic Beauty. And I'm glad I grabbed it. So yeah, those are all the palettes, you guys, that I have used recently, kind of somewhat in order of how much I love them or how much I enjoyed using them. And that's pretty much all I have to say about them. Okay, I love them, and that's it, you know, except for, like I said, that first one wasn't the most enjoyable, but it is what it is. It still created a look that I absolutely love, right? So there you have it. So anywho, I'm going to be doing a Shop My Stash pretty soon, and I just wanted to kind of talk about my base products and stuff separately. So keep your eye out for that. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you on my next one. Toodles!